Good morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. This morning is May 1st. Today, I permit the power greater than I am to flow into newness of life through every thought and action. And the scriptural reference for this morning is Isaiah 52, verse 16. I will lead them into paths that they have not known. Sometimes we are confronted with problems which we do not seem able to solve. And right here is the place to prove to ourselves that there is an intelligence which knows how to bring this to pass for us. In doing this, we should shut everything else out of the mind and rest quietly for a few moments while we confidently affirm the divine presence and actually believe that it is guiding us. Now think of your problem and consciously take it into your thought, not as a problem, but as you were receiving the answer as you meditate. I am bringing all my problems to the altar of faith, and I know that every true desire of my heart will be fulfilled through the power of love. My first desire is that all my thoughts and all my actions shall give joy and gladness to everyone around me. I wish the healing power of love to flow through me to everyone. I believe that divine intelligence, which is the mind of God, is guiding, guarding, and directing my thoughts and acts. I believe that God already knows the answer to this problem. Therefore, I am letting go of the problem as though it were difficult, and I am listening to the answer as though it were sure. The answer to this problem not only exists in the mind of God, I affirm that it is in my mind now. That something in me does know what to do. I joyfully accept divine guidance. I am open to new ideas, to new thoughts, new hopes, and aspirations. This, which so recently seemed a problem, no longer exists for the mind of God, which knows the answer, is quietly flowing through my thought and feeling. A great peace and joy come over me as I accept this answer from the giver of all life. So let's take that into our time of contemplation and meditation. I allow the breath, the awareness of breath, to take me deeper into the center of my being, where the truth of me lives, moves, and has its origin and its being. The very center that is the center of all creation, individualized as me. One power, one presence, one source, one substance, everywhere present. It is eternal. And by eternal, I am recognizing that it has no beginning and can have no end. It simply is. And it is all there is. Being all there is, it must be omnipresent, meaning that it is everywhere, that there is no place, no spot where it is not. I allow the magnitude of that to rest in a place of awe and wonder within me. It is the unnameable. It is the indefinable. It is the unlimited. It is the changeless, absolute reality that changes form constantly, that changes expression constantly, that individualizes itself in, through, and as its creation, and yet is never separate from its creation. Being all that there is no place to separate to. By whatever name we call it, it is beyond a name. It is inconceivable in a finite mind. And yet there is an infinite nature within me, an infinite substance within me that knows itself. This is the place I go when I go inward, when I go deeper to know higher thought. I'm entering that place, that communion with the divine, the self recognizing the self uplifting the self to the self. It is that place in another that I recognize beyond behavior as the truth of their being. The wholeness, the perfection, the completeness. In this moment, I'm understanding that as I understand my own physical body, that each cell in my physical body is whole, complete, and perfect within itself, differentiated by function, differentiated by design, inclusive and necessary within the whole, inseparable from the whole. And so I recognize that I am a cell in the infinite body of creation. And what is true of me is true of all. So every expression in this physical realm, a whole, perfect, and complete cell, differentiated by design, differentiated by intention, individualized by love, to expand the divine's experience of itself. And so I take this moment to speak my word, recognizing it is the word of the infinite something within me, the infinite everything within me, declaring, recognizing, realizing, bringing into realization the truth that I am infinite intelligence in form. Therefore, every answer I need to know already exists as me. And so in this moment, I silently take every challenge in this human realm into that infinite intelligence, knowing that the perfect, right, workable solution, answer is revealed in mind, an expansive mind, an infinite mind, available to every expression of it. I take every challenge that I, as a human, am experiencing in this physical realm, and I claim the answers that already exist within me. I open to an awareness, and I allow myself to be guided. I say yes to solutions that maybe I never thought of, maybe that are uncomfortable in this physical realm. And they are yes, nonetheless. And so I say yes. I allow myself to be guided. I commit myself to follow the path that is laid before me, even when I don't know where it's going, because something within me knows. I speak the same truth for all of humanity, that there is a rising up of openness, of awareness, that there is a recognition that there are no answers outside to be sought, and every answer within to be seen and heard and recognized and followed. I speak a word for all of those that are dealing with physical diagnosis in this human realm, that each one is reminded that infinite intelligence within them knows exactly the right answer, the exact right treatment, the exact right path, the exact right amount of rest, the exact right thing to do to bring the body into the harmonious operation of one with itself. Whatever the solution is, the body already knows. Mind within the body already knows. Infinite intelligence as the body already knows. So there is an allowing, there is a recognition, there is an embrace and an embodiment of what is known. I speak a word for everyone challenged in relationships this morning. that there is first the recognition that we're always in relationship to the self, the divine self. And that as I know me, as I recognize me, as I recognize, as I know me again, as the self lifts the self to the self, I instantly know all of life, allowing me to meet all aspects, all expressions of life. And so I claim and affirm the harmonious operation, the health of the relationship of the divine with the divine, of a deep understanding of an awe-inspired experience. That personal relationship with the infinite. And I speak in human terms. Underneath that, recognizing that it is one relationship, the one relating to one. And yet I feel it and experience it as the individualized expression that I am, of the I am. And that all I ams, all expressions of the I am, live in awe of the deep, profound, exciting personal relationship that is available between creation and creator. So grateful. So grateful for the knowledge, the experience of the law of nature, law of mind, law of this thing I call a universe, one verse that receives, that has the thought in the first place. And then that aspect of itself that receives the impress, the idea, the desire of the heart, and simply acts upon it, utilizes infinite intelligence with efficiency and effectiveness to create, to do the work of creation that manifests in form and function and experience. I celebrate this process. I celebrate the creative process. I celebrate creation. I celebrate all that is. So grateful. And so it is from this gratitude, from this place of faith, from this place of unquestioned knowing, that place where there are no contradictions to truth, that I know because I know that I know. And my knowing is no longer dependent on seeing it in form, because I recognize that when I know it, I will see it. And then I must see it in my knowing before I see it in form. I allow my faith to be as a mustard seed, to know that everything is already available in the thought. It already exists. And that something so tiny really will flourish into something much more magnificent and large. That everything that is needed to produce already exists in the idea, already exists in the seed. So I let go. I have planted the seed. I've spoken my word. The seeds are planted in the soil of law. They are already being manifest. And so I release, I let go. I let the activity of planting and growth and manifestation do what it does. I move on with this day, not looking for evidence from a place of prove it, but living in expectancy because I know that it's already done. And so I move through this day awake and aware, receiving the cues, receiving the guidance of the path that is being laid before me as each foot comes down. I release any need to know where the path is going, when I will arrive, how I will get anywhere. I let go. And I simply know that God is leading God. Life is leading life. Life is unfolding life. Whatever words fit, I know that it is beyond words. And I know that letting go is igniting an act of faith. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is.